Hello and welcome to another episode of Bergen Stages, our entertainment magazine here at Bergen Community College. As you know, we normally feature stories about what's happening here at the Bergen Community College campus. But now we're turning the spotlight on our community and featuring some of the theater, the great theater that we have happening right here in Bergen County. And today I have two special guests coming to us from the Radburn Players. We have Mike Roney and Natalie Ross. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks
Good to be here.
Great to have you here. So tell us about Radburn Players. Tell us, you're in Fairlawn.
That's right.
And you use Grange Hall, is that correct?
That's right. Grange Hall is actually part of a planned community in Fairlawn called the Radburn Association. Now, the Radburn Association is on the National Register of Historic Places. It was created in 1929. It's a very unique suburb where all the houses are on parks and the street access is from behind. So it's been around since 1929, and in 1930, the Radburn Citizens Association created a performing arts group, which became the Players. So we've actually been around since 1930.
So that means you had an anniversary recently.
Yes, in 2010 we celebrated 80 wonderful years.
Wow, that's unbelievable. And I know we had talked about this before. It's 80 consecutive years, which...
That's right.
Is the only community theater in...
Certainly one of the only community theaters in New Jersey that has never gone dark since 1930. You know, we outlasted the Depression, we outlasted World War II, we outlasted the Soviet Union.
That's true.
We're still working on the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, but, you know.
But that's phenomenal that a company is that well supported and able to attract the talent and the audience all at the same time.
That's right. And although we're part of the Radburn community originally, we really serve all of northern New Jersey and Bergen County. We have actors and directors and talent that comes from all over.
Great. And what kind of shows do you do, Natalie, at Radburn?
Oh, the gamut is tremendous. We do dramas, we do original works, which is one of our new programs. We do musicals. And in the past, and we're going to do it again soon, we're going to do plays on the outdoor stage with and for children.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. So you open it up to the entire community, all genres, all ages?
That's one of the reasons for our longevity, is that all auditions are open, membership is completely open, and we're a very social group.
Very And I don't think it just means on stage.
Absolutely correct.
Great. And so it's all community that helps make this happen? It's all community involvement?
Absolutely. It's all volunteer, you know. We have a number of people who are actors many times over in our plays, but we also bring in people from the outside. If you don't want to act in a play, you can help out. You can do set building. You can do directing, stage management, whatever. Everybody does a little bit of everything.
Pull the talent that they can get out of you.
Absolutely.
That's great. And I know you both are on the board of directors, and I don't know how large is the board? Is it
about 12 people? Would you say, Natalie?
Yes, and there's a few at large.
But in addition to that, I know you act and direct. What is your other jobs? And I think you said you do prop managing and.
Oh, props, acting, directing.
Natalie is actually a veteran director of ours. How many plays have you directed?
About 15.
15
Wow,
plays,
cool.
yeah, including South Pacific, which I think was the first one I was in.
Yes.
Fantastic, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Mike has a good voice.
Oh, really?
He can actually sing.
Emil?
No, I was basically in the chorus, but I had a,
But he can sing.
she's being nice to me.
And you directed South Pacific.
Yes, I did.
Great.
Yes,
good,
I
good.
did.
And that was.
2001, I think.
I remember it was kind of recently, just looking at your
and then we did Man of La
website.
Mancha in 2005.
Yes.
That was a fantastic. We got such incredible reviews on that play. Broadway quality singing, fantastic cast.
Great. And you were involved as board directors in there, or were you actually
Both.
in that one as well? Oh, wow.
Both. We were. Were you in that? I was actually was one of the actors, but
No, he was wonderful. We also did Noises Off in 2005, which I directed and am very proud of.
Which is like a musical in itself. Is just
because
the
you
farcical,
know the
spins around.
Spins around. We had wonderful people supporting us.
How do you do this? You have a great space at Grange Hall, but that's really, you really pull it to its limit. Do you only stay in that proscenium, or do you spread out into the floor area too? Or?
We do sometimes, it's usually it's from the stage, but we try to be a little creative, and often we'll, spread out onto the floor. We'll do sort of a theater in the round thing. We've done all kinds of different productions.
That's neat.
The Fantastics was on the floor. Man of La Mancha was done on the floor.
That's right. And the stage.
So you use your theater, your space, and not
we
just
use the
that you
whole
have to
space.
use
And we try to be creative. Most of our plays are full set plays, but we also have done minimalist and black box productions. So we kind of try to mix it up. We also mix it up between the tried and true classics, romantic comedies, and musicals, but also we do some more avant-garde and cutting edge productions as well. Language of Angels is one we did a couple of years ago, which was so we try to mix it up, and the shows are usually very well attended, very popular.
Great, and I assume the Greater Fair Lawn and Northern New Jersey come in, and I know that you have a membership available to people. What is this membership, Natalie? That's
anybody can join.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm saying that Michael has done such a wonderful job on publicity over the past few years.
Pushing this thing. This is your baby, huh?
He can talk about the publicity, but he has grown our membership and the technical support that we have received from the community because of the outreach that he has done.
Well, congratulations. That's great.
Thanks. And it's very reasonable. Family membership is $15 a year.
Oh, wow.
Individual is only $10 a year. And with each membership, you get a discount on each show that we put on during the year, which usually is 2 major productions plus our original work stage reading every October. So it's a good deal.
And then this outdoor that might happen as well. So that's a fourth thing you're adding to this plate.
And that was always $2 a family. And Michael will talk that speak about the fact that our tickets are the lowest.
Oh, that's great.
In the county.
$10 for members.
Oh my goodness.
$15 for non-members, $12 for students and seniors. So.
That's a great price.
Yeah, so
you
it's
can't
a great
get a bargain. You can't get a movie at that price.
You know
That's
what? I mean, you compare that to fighting the traffic to go into New York or go anywhere else in North Jersey. Really.
And as you said, Man of La Mancha was as good as the caliber of talent.
It really was.
Why go all the way across the river to see something we have in our own backyard?
It really was. So it's a great asset. That's why I'm involved. It's a great asset for the community, and we want to. We've been around for 80+ years. We want to keep it going.
And the funding is just from this membership, or do you get funded from?
Membership only.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's great. So the ticket sales and
membership
really
and the ticket sales for the shows.
Yes, so they are well attended.
Our shows are always profitable, so we're able to plow the money back into into the productions.
Like a nonprofit should.
Exactly.
You just kind of turn it back in to recycle it all. But a couple a year can take a toll on it because you guys are volunteering to do this, what you're doing with your time there. Tell me some of the fun things that you've been doing over at the Players.
Well, it's been the most creative outlet for many years. What fun things have we been doing? We have our open meetings, our original works, which are reach out to the community, to playwrights that might not have the ability to reach the audience that we reach.
And are these full-length plays, one-act plays, 10-minute shorts?
They're generally one-act plays, and if they're longer, we'll just do one act as part of the original reading. But we have an annual competition. It's in its 4th year.
Right.
We accept entries beginning in March. We pick a winner in July, and we put on the reading in October. And we've had the first one, we started 4 years ago. The first one was by a local playwright named Robert Gulak. He did a sort of a Shakespearean musical comedy called Mark Antony Entertains. And the music in this particular show was written by Larry Hochman, who has been nominated for several Tonys on Broadway and has worked with Paul McCartney and other people. So we were very fortunate to have Robert and Larry on that one as winners. So that's sort of indicative of the kind of quality we've been getting on these.
So people submit these, and then you have like a play reading committee that sits down and reads them and then chooses the one that's just great because we know we need to nourish these young playwrights. I mean, we don't have theater without these great scripts to work. I mean, we can improv our way out, but it's great to have these.
And we wanted to stretch out ourselves a little. We love doing the classics and the hits, but we wanted to, get some exposure to some new talent.
Some new talent, great. And it also gives you the opportunity as an actor or director to work on something new. You're not going back to the stage directions that they had in Noises Off. You're going to be creating your own stage direction, which is kind of a fun way to be an actor and create the role on your own, which is fun. So you both have done the stage readings as well?
Yes, I was actually in Mark Antony Entertains.
Oh, cool.
I participated in that one. It was a lot of fun. And we always have food and drink and these things, free food, free refreshments. Usually we've got a great crowd from the community.
Nice. And I think you said, to add to that, you said you had like these membership meetings like 3 times a year?
Open meetings.
Yeah.
That's
open
what it is.
To everyone.
What is this open meeting and what do you do at this open meeting?
It's basically a party.
Oh, okay, good. I was gathering that. It is. It's a party, get to know each other.
It's a way to get to know the players, and there's always, as I said, refreshments and, it's a good, and entertainment.
And we probably haven't seen each other in a while, so it's a great, and it's 3 times a year you said you do it normally?
Sometimes we do improv, sometimes we play games. It's not only
the stage
original,
reading.
it's not always the stage reading.
Every October it's a stage reading, otherwise it's we mix it up, improv games, as Natalie said. We also do one in January and one in June usually, and then the stage reading in October. Those are our 3 open meetings. They're always for free. The community's invited. It's a good time.
Great, great. And so these are the members, but members can bring friends to this, hoping to bring new members?
Anybody's welcome.
That's great. And how do we find out about this? Is it just on your website, or how do we know that the membership meetings?
They're all on our website, which is radburnplayers.com.
Great. So we'll put that on the screen so that you all can type in Radburn Players.
Exactly. And we try to get notice out to the press as well.
Oh, great, great.
So Mike does a wonderful job with the press, not only with the community news, but there's other newspapers.
Yeah.
And it is a challenge to get audiences in. I know that as producer here on
Sure.
campus, just trying to get people in. You don't want it to be a secret. They go, I didn't even know you were here, and that's the thing we hate to hear the most.
Exactly.
What do you mean you didn't know we were here? We've been here, and you've been there over 80 years. It's like,
So we make a real effort to get the word out.
Not personally,
yes. You can get on our mailing list. We send out postcards. We send out email blasts. You know, anybody who's interested in sort of keeping up with what we're doing, we try to make sure that we stay engaged with them.
Yeah. And they do come. You obviously got a very loyal audience, and it keeps growing as you go along there. That's incredible.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. The Mark Anthony had over 150 people.
That's
maybe
right.
200 came to see that.
You know, we had equity actors in that who, because it was a stage reading, they were allowed to participate. So, and they brought it was people from New York City. So they brought. So the great thing about these stage readings and some of the other shows we do is when we collaborate with, say, a director who's involved in other theater groups as well. It sort of brings those groups to join us, and so it's a nice sort of synergistic, collaborative thing. So we're used to working with other groups both in New York City and North Jersey, and it's a good thing.
That's awesome. That's right. So that gets to my next question: is where do you get your talent? And so you have local auditions for the actors, and I assume that's announced too through papers.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the auditions are open.
Yep.
For anyone who wants to be in front of the curtain, behind the curtain, anybody who wants to help. The publicity goes out via Mike.
We also put notices in various sort of blogs in North Jersey, Theater Network, channels. So
but you don't need to be a member to audition or work props or sell concessions or something
Anybody
like that.
can show up. If you hear about one of our shows and it interests you, you can come down and audition. It's great.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, you just got such a great a process of way you do it. Where do you get your directors and designers the same way, the set designs? And do you have like a great group that works on your board? And
when it comes to set design, we have some specialists on our team, on our
You
core.
do props, so
Yes, well, I've done set decoration. We have a wonderful Kenneth Van Acker who has built the sets for many years. He built the set for Noises Off, which, as you know,
yeah, that was something.
Did you build a turntable for that?
Yes. That was quite a set.
I'll bet. Yeah. And costumes, you have
We have a very well-stocked prop room and costume room
well,
from
recently,
years of
recently we do have someone who is doing costumes, but through the years we have found someone, either a friend or associated with the cast, who has helped. And my family and I have made friends for a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Through the players.
Absolutely. And I think, like you said, that you share directors that bring in their theater companies and their ideas. Then I think in this day of economic times, it's great to share resources too, not just the people, but do you need to build that? We don't need to build that. We've had it at the theater that I worked at, and I think a great deal of sharing needs to happen even more so that we can keep doing this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Great. Do you use interns or apprentices, or is just everybody? I mean, do you use students to come in and help in any way?
We do. We're always
anyone who volunteers is welcome.
Great, and you have they can go to the website and get some information.
We pay our interns the same amount that we pay all of our other volunteers.
Yes.
A lot of love.
They're on an even playing field.
A lot of love there.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
And so now you're planning the season coming up, and you've got some great works happening there. And what is the kind of the future? Where do you see? Do you go? You don't have a group that goes into schools or anything like that.
We actually have done that. We have sponsored merit badges for the Girl Scouts, theater merit badges. We've worked with local Girl Scout and Boy Scout troops. We have done performances at schools and at senior citizens facilities. We've had exhibits in local libraries around Bergen County and beyond. So we do try to
that is
reach
such
out
a great
to the community.
outlet.
Now, we've always solicited senior citizens.
I'm
trying to think of, what was that play that they...
But they come in
Recently,
and
yes,
participate, or you
yes.
brought it to them, to the center?
We went to the center to
nice.
say that we're doing something we think you might enjoy, and a bus was provided
And we'll
And
put on
they-
a little scene, right?
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And at your ticket
Yeah.
prices, I mean, you can't beat it. You just can't get that kind of entertainment.
Exactly.
And it's great. I mean, it's there, it's accessible, and you just want the people to participate
Yeah.
in what's going on there. But it's great that they can also participate on stage or off stage too. Those people that have these hidden talents that you can cultivate. And it sounds like you guys do it. What had you done before you started with Radburn? Did you were you an actor and director?
Probably Natalie much more so than me. I had been in a few plays in my sort of adult life, but I really got a lot more active after joining the Players.
Great.
And I've been in several shows since then.
Well, we'll get back to talking about this because I want to find out about your acting background there. So we're just going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more with the Radburn Players.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
From intimate black box performances in the Ender Hall Lab Theater to full-scale musical productions in the Anna Maria Saccone Theater, come to Bergen Community College at 400 Paramus Road in Paramus, New Jersey. For tickets or more information, call the box office at 201-447-7428 or visit us at tickets.bergen.edu. We'll be seeing you on Bergen